Welcome everyone to the Side Draft Podcast, and welcome to another episode of Side Draft Fast Picks, a show where we attempt to pick the winners, predict the winners of the weekend for NASCAR for all three series. And last week at Talladega, we tried, but no cigar. So, unfortunately, we came close. We came pretty close.
Yeah.
Besides you in the Cup Series, we'll talk about that later. But
yeah, I just didn't get a very good chance at it.
So for Xfinity, you picked John Hunter Nemechek, who finished, I believe, 6th.
Yeah, he had a very good run. Had a little tough luck, but.
And I picked Justin Haley, who finished just one spot behind him,
Yep.
7th. So that seemed to be the theme of our picks for super speedways.
We try to pick close to each other.
Yeah. And then for the Cup Series, you picked Kevin Harvick, who unfortunately got into that lap 13 crash that was caused by Bubba Wallace and Ryan Blaney. It's
I
Talladega.
thought he had a good chance with the plaid car, but I guess nobody liked the plaid car, so they just plowed into him.
Yeah. And I picked Brad Keselowski, who is practicing burnouts on Victory Lane, apparently.
Well, he has some skill coming in Victory Lane. I think he's done some parallel parking in Mooresville somewhere. So
Yeah. I'd like to see him try to do it like that in Mooresville.
Yeah, I wonder if that's where he comes in, Team Penske, and just spins it around.
What was that? Oh, Brad's here.
Brad's here. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it takes some skill and some luck, but, unfortunately, it didn't really help him.
No.
I don't necessarily remember.
He did manage to avoid the wreck later on.
Yeah.
But, I mean, to really spin like that and park it just perfect in there, and they still did the pit stop, and then he just went on. I mean, it just cost him a little time, but, man, that's just pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty impressive to see it, but unfortunately, neither of our drivers in both series, all 4 drivers that we picked, no victory this week at Talladega. Will we be able to change that at Dover? Now we'll increase our chances with the Truck Series coming back. We haven't seen them since Martinsville.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see the trucks again. I've been missing them. It's been like forever. So I'm really excited to watch it.
And no Kyle Busch.
What?
So that means neither one of us will be picking Kyle Busch for the win.
So I have no obvious pick this time.
Yeah, so, we haven't seen who is good in the Truck Series because Kyle has just been going in there and winning these races. And not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, it's probably really good for KBM, but, we just haven't been able to see how good the regulars are just yet. So we're going to make a wild guess, though.
Yep.
We did have practice in Truck Series earlier today. Looked to be like Thor Sport was really fast.
Yes.
So starting off is the Truck Series. Who is your pick to win in Dover?
I'm going with one of the favorites of Johnny Sauter in the 13 truck. I believe he'll try to get his first win this season.
Yeah, like I said, Thor Sport seemed to be really fast in practice. So we'll see if that holds up.
Yeah.
And as for me, I'm going with Johnny's old ride, really, Brett Moffitt.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's a different number, but GMS. It seemed like that's the 2 best organizations right now, besides Kyle Busch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure where Harrison Burton is necessarily, or Todd Gilliland. They may be really good, but I think right now Brett Moffitt and Johnny Sauter are the best drivers in the series. We'll just have to see if they prove me right.
This is one of Johnny's favorite tracks too. So
won their last
spring.
spring.
Won their last year, and that's Brett's old truck. That's Brett's driving Johnny's old truck.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Yeah, it'll be a cool battle to see them go at it.
Yeah.
Johnny is trying to prove that he may even be better than his old truck, and then Brett Moffitt's trying to prove that he's still good even though he's not in the 16. So
yeah.
it's a cool storyline either way.
Yeah.
So that's our picks for the Truck Series. Now we move on to Xfinity Series, which is the final Dash for Cash of the year. It was fun to follow along all season long, or all
Yeah, I think
four races.
the Dash for Cash really adds a lot of excitement to Xfinity races, and it gets the drivers a little pumped up trying to get to 100,000. And you see Austin Cindric last week, him and Justin Allgaier doing little skits and messing around and playing with, trying to mess each other up.
Yeah. Yeah, and it reminds me of the Championship 4 battle at Homestead so much, and it makes me want to have that more often because it's so fun to follow along through the race. I wouldn't want to see like every race, but every once in a while would be really cool.
Yeah.
And so to start us off, who do you think will win in Xfinity, or also who may be cashing in that final check?
Well, I won for one of the Dash for Cash drivers, and I won with the 98 of Chase Briscoe. He's really improving week to week, and I believe he's going to get it done.
As for me, I'm going with the 2 of Tyler Reddick, who won last week at Talladega. I think Dover's going to really suit his driving style, and he'll get 2 wins in a row. But also look out for Christopher Bell. I just didn't want to pick him because I pick him every time because he's good, But I do think Tyler Reddick, at this point, may even be just a little bit better than Christopher Bell.
Possibly.
We'll just have to see how it goes at Dover. And now, the moment you're probably here for, the Cup Series.
The Cup Series.
So the winner of this race will be getting a gold monster, I think. Every series does, but the Cup Series has like this huge monster.
Yeah. I think it's a cool trophy.
Yeah, so Dover celebrating their 50th year. It's been a long time at Dover.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really cool to see who gets that gold monster, because I don't think they're going to be doing it in the fall. I think it's just for the spring.
Okay.
So who do you think is going to be claiming that gold monster?
I'll believe I'll go with the 19 of Mark Truex Jr. I think this is one of his home tracks.
Yeah.
One of many.
One of the 20s. We only go to 24 tracks, or 23 or so.
Yeah, I believe this is a track that kind of suits him a little bit. But he's won there before, so and since he's already got that one win out of the way, and they just pick up some more momentum.
Yeah, it's one. I guess you could say Dover's. I guess it's not necessarily a short track, but Richmond is. I don't know. That's really confusing, isn't it? Because if you say Dover's a short track, then Martin has won more than one short track race. So that's really confusing to me now that I think about it. But as for me and my pick, I'm going to go with Kyle Busch. Just the odds are not against him at this point.
Yeah.
Besides the point that he has not finished a spring race since 2013. Will he finally finish one? I think if he does, it will be in victory lane. But I do think it will be a battle between him, Kevin, and Martin Truex.
Yeah. It's fun we pick both Gibbs.
Yeah. We normally pick the same organization lately for some reason.
I don't know. But I'd keep an eye on Kyle Larson too, because he's going to be driving the high line. I know he's hadn't had the finishes that he's wanted, but I keep an eye on him too.
Yeah, he hasn't finished a race or at least without incident since Daytona, and it's week. This would be week 11, I think. So
he's had a very tough year.
Yeah. So he's went. If he crashes at Dover, that will be his 10th straight. I mean, that's just
crazy.
That's really crazy, and I really hope to see him either get in victory lane or get a good solid top 5 finish. Another one to look out for would be his teammate Kurt Busch.
Yes.
With the speed he had at Bristol, I think the people we saw good at Bristol are going to be the people who are good at Dover, just because those surfaces are alike, and especially with the whole spoiler and all that. I think it's going to be really entertaining.
Yeah, you can't rule out the Penske cars either. They're all running strong, and Brad, when he's not showing off on pit road, he's showing off on the track. So it's it's hard not to count them out either.
Yeah. So, but also with that, single car qualifying has returned.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going all old school now and having a single car qualifying. At least we get to see some cars on the track. We won't have to see them just sitting on pit road waiting.
Yeah,
waiting.
We actually get to see something happen. So it's a win-win. I think. I don't think this should be a ultimate solution. I do think we need to take at least 10 or so weeks of just doing single car qualifying. Go back to your notes and figure out how to make a good qualifying session with maybe the group qualifying style. But right now, just go with what works. Single car works enough.
And no stages.
Yeah, so no rounds in the middle of the qualifying. So yeah, and it would be cool if we didn't have stages in the race, at least for one or two races a year, I think. But before we get too political, we just want to say thank you for tagging along and seeing who we picked. We'll see if we can finally get that cup win.
Come back next week, see how we did.
So come back next Friday to see how we did. They'll also be making our picks for the upcoming race at Kansas, which is a night race. So it's going to throw our schedule all around.
I like night races.
Yeah.
They're cool.
The cars look so much cooler at night for some reason.
I ain't sure. It's like the old school short tracks, or you just go to the night races, and they just seem like it's so much excitement.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that, and later today when you're seeing this will be the truck race. So our truck review will either be out later tonight or it will be up tomorrow morning. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you then.